Is child marriage allowed in Islam, and why? Child marriage is a controversial and sensitive topic when it comes to Islam. There are differing views and interpretations within the Islamic tradition. In this video, we will explore the Islamic perspective on child marriage, examining the evidence from the Quran, Hadith, and scholarly opinions. What does the Quran say? The Quran does not explicitly prohibit or endorse child marriage. However, it provides principles and guidelines that are relevant to the discussion. The Quran emphasizes the importance of consent in marriage and states that marriage should only occur when both parties have reached maturity. There is a verse that mentions waiting periods for divorce related to girls who have not yet menstruated. Some have used this to argue for permissibility of child marriage, but this interpretation is disputed. Prophetic traditions, hadith. The most commonly cited hadith in the marriage of the Prophet Muhammad to Aisha, who was reportedly 6 years old at the time of marriage and 9 years old at the time of consummation. However, the historical context and interpretation of this hadith is heavily debated among Islamic scholars. Many argue that it does not establish a general precedent for child marriage. Scholarly opinions. There is no consensus among Islamic scholars on the permissibility of child marriage. Opinions range from outright prohibition to conditional acceptance under certain circumstances. Some scholars argue that child marriage was permitted in the past due to different societal norms but is no longer appropriate or beneficial in the modern context. Others maintain that child marriage is permissible as long as the marriage is not consummated until the child reaches puberty and can physically and mentally handle the responsibility of marriage. Harms of child marriage. Numerous studies have shown the significant physical, psychological, and social harms of child marriage, including increased risk of domestic violence, health complications, and disruption of education and personal development. Conclusion. In conclusion, the Islamic perspective on child marriage is complex and nuanced with differing interpretations and opinions among scholars. While some argue for its permissibility, the overwhelming evidence of the harms of child marriage as well as the principles of the consent and maturity in the Quran suggest that the child marriage is not in line with the spirit and values of Islam. As Muslims, we must prioritize the well-being and protection of children and work towards the ending this harmful practice.